Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope for Tuesday of the 15th week in Ordinary Time. I'm Brother Joe Trout, coming to you again from St. Vincent Ferrer Parish. And in today's first reading, we hear the story of Moses as the failed Messiah, as the failed Savior. We often think of Moses as this great figure who led the people out of slavery, which he did. Like, he is the kind of great savior figure of the Old Testament, that he is the one who leads his people into freedom through the promised land, into this new covenant with God. The whole story of the Passover, right? He is this incredible savior figure. But his story began with him seeing his people enslaved, trying to do something about it, killing one of their slave masters, and it turning out horribly. People being mad at him, thinking, "Who are you to do this?" and him fleeing into the desert. That Moses begins as a failure and a murderer because he had no right to just kill this overseer. And I think that's a really important thing for us to consider, that he acted out of compassion, right? He was motivated by something good, but what he actually didn't help anyone, right? It didn't make it better. It was wrong. He took the wrong road towards it. And so if we keep in mind kind of these readings from yesterday about the importance of God first, that really filters into what we mean by compassion, what we mean by love. How do I actually, act with love in compassion towards others? Because there's a lot of things that will look like compassion, but actually, because we don't have the right whole picture in mind, really won't save or redeem anything. They'll just add to the problem. And that's not an easy thing to wrestle with in life, that we do have to think and decide on our own. But redemption is ultimately God's work. When we try to take it into our own hands, we have a limited view and we're very prone to getting things wrong at different points. But it's God's work that saves the world. It's God's work that is redeeming the pains, the miseries of this life and bringing everyone back to Him. And so that's what I think we need to ponder today, to step back and to say, God, we live in a broken world with a heck of a lot of problems, and anyone whose heart is not moved with pity, seeing all of this, has their own problems, right? That we should be moved with compassion when we see the plight of people around us. But the question afterwards is, God, how can I help in your work of redemption? How do you want me to be your hands and feet? Because I can't see the whole picture and I might very well get it wrong. But how can I share in the work of Christ to redeem this world today? In other words, how can I actually love well? When we keep coming back to that question, we will find that hope in the midst of misery and suffering. So I really ask you to ponder that today. How can I work with God as He redeems this world? Thank you, and God bless.